So, the 411 on the S2 salt gun. I did a little research and what I found was very interesting. And I thought I'd share it with you guys. Also, my thoughts now on the S2 pepper gun. After reading a little bit on their site, trying to find a phone number to contact them for questions, I came across a thing, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but what stood out to me most is supposedly, from my understanding, the company that owns Salt Supply they moved to Chicago, I forget what year, and that day or soon after they moved in their first home, I believe it was, someone got shot, killed on their street. Now, me being from the Chicago area, it got me thinking. This is the only launcher on the market that I am aware of now that was developed by a couple from Chicago for less lethal. And I also did more research, if that's what you want to call it. And I found out that after the CO2 has been punctured, assuming true and accurate, you can leave that CO2 in the S2 for up to 24 hours, and it's safe. I haven't heard no other launcher you could do that with. Don't get me wrong, I've done that with my burners, and the reason I got the burner here, by the way, is I'll get into that towards the end. But the fact that they developed this when they moved in Chicago for less lethal in a major crime area like that, that would explain why you really only get 5 rounds that are really good. And then after that, they start to drop. And like I said, me being from the Chicago area, that I know how it is out there, okay? And if they develop this for a less lethal option, aside from all others out there, not now, but back during when they open, I know this is going to be effective for a less lethal option. Now, I still stand by the things I said with my opinion on my review. There is a lot of different things they could have done on here. And there is some cheap parts on here. But the fact that they developed this in that high crime city for less lethal, and the fact you only get about 12 shots, basically one really good mag, and also You can puncture it. And the company told me that actually. It's safe to leave for 24 hours. Punctured CO2 shouldn't cause no damage. I haven't heard no other companies say that. So, do I recommend this? The S1 pepper launcher after knowing this now? Yes, I do 100%. To be honest with you, the only two I would ever recommend as of right now for carry is the Byrna and the Salt. The S2 I only say now because if you need to, you could always puncture your CO2 and go out, and when you come home, dump it, put a fresh one in, and you shouldn't need to worry about no issues, no seals, O-rings going bad, according to the company. So, do I recommend this one? I absolutely do now, knowing what I know. And the company should really be more open with details on these. Because when people are used to these kind, and they're not used to these kind, with how you load them, what are you supposed to think? Right? I know I base my opinions that are honest off information that I can find. And there was not any of that information available. So I do recommend the S2. And obviously the Byrna. I'll always recommend the Byrna. But the S2, sure, it has some cheap parts on there. The design could have been a little better. But in the end, on those two things, high crime area, they built this for less lethal based on Chicago area crime before resorting to lethal. And the fact that you can have the CO2 punctured for up to 24 hours. And like I said, according to one of their associates I spoke to through chat, it won't cause no damage, no harm to it. I now, even though you only get 5 good shots, but I now do recommend the S2. And one more thing I want to point to you guys, even though this one will be the ones I carry, but you guys have seen me shoot the glass breaker rounds with the Byrnas and my other launchers. I don't even know what video they be in, but I tested them out today, and so far this is the only launcher that literally did this 2 rounds. I'm going to show you. They broke in half, 2 of them. And they did not hit each other because I seen it fall, the one. I didn't know they were broken till after. So this has got some power behind it. And these are 3.7 gram rounds. Plastic. Nylon, whatever you want to call it. So with that, guys, I will be doing more things with the S2, as well as obviously the Byrna. But I do recommend the S2, knowing what I know now. So like, share, subscribe. And don't forget, I'll be having some stuff coming soon. So like, share, subscribe. Hit those thumbs up if you choose. Subscribe if you choose. And definitely leave your comments as I try to read them all. Thanks for watching.